And there we have it, man. There um we have ourselves the Afcon 2019 champions. Algeria take it. And you know what? You Senegal can have no complaints whatsoever. They can have no complaints whatsoever. What up? The Algerians, they take it. I mean, look, that was a. I still say that the Liverpool game was worse, but that was a horrible game. That was a crap game. What does Uncle HH always say? What does Uncle HH always say? It's not how you win, it's whether you win. And I think for Algeria, once they got that early goal, I think for them, they're like, you know what? Let's just win this game. So Algeria were like, let's just, waste time, use time wasting tactics, hold the ball up, whatever we need to do just to ensure that we go ahead and we win this. That's what they did. And you can't, that's why it was just a very scrappy game. But look, people understand that so much was riding on this game. Okay, this was a final. Like this was a final. This was it. This was the finale mantia. And I just think that because there was so much riding on the game, Algeria were like, look, man, we don't want to ruffle any feathers. We don't want to do anything crazy. We just want to just keep things nice and easy, man. Nice and easy, man. But I see no, that's what, because look, see, people understand that semi-finals, quarterfinals, they're big, but not like the final. But once you're in a final, and you know that this is it, this is the game, your main concern is to win. You see, if you're in a semi, quarterfinal, second round, yeah, you want to win, but you also want to play well. You also want to invoke your style. Once you're in a final and you've been reading stuff and so much been built up towards this final, you just want to go ahead and win. So the only concern that Algeria had was, let's just win this flipping game. It's unfortunate because why did it have to be done like that? See, it's almost like the Liverpool game. If it was won by penalty, like, but then Origi scored an amazing goal. So that it was won by a deflection. So I just think that's just unfortunate that, like, based on just how good this AFCON was, how good the Nations Cup was, that the final was so disappointing and came off a deflection. But you know what? If you're Algeria, you don't care. So I'm sure Benzema and Zidane, these guys will be super happy because since 1990, it's huge, and they're going to be crazy, crazy celebrations happening right now, all through Paris, in Algiers, in Finsbury Park. So it's huge. But I think for Senegal, Senegal deserves to lose 1,000%. They deserve to lose, and the reason why they deserve to lose is Nyong. See, Cisse, I have zero sympathy for Cisse whatsoever. Absolutely no sympathy whatsoever for Cisse, because how would you persist with a player? Nyong is the worst player in the world right now. He's the worst professional football in the world, 100%. He's worse than Janssen. He's worse than Alonso. He's worse than Alonso. Like, I thought Alonso was bad. He is the worst player in the whole of the he's crap. He is flipping and totally garbage. Flipping and totally garbage. Like, he's just crap. Absolutely useless, a horrendous disgrace, a poor excuse for footballer. So yeah, I think, and also I think when you look at Senegal, they only have two players. I mean, it was against Arts, but it's Mane and Koulibaly. Mane was the only guy in attack. And those things, no one is of Mane's quality. And I think Mane is just a lot better. And as you see, for me, Senegal's football just it didn't make any sense. There was no connection, no creativity, no imagination. So I can't even say Senegal played well. I can't, because the football just wasn't very good. It just wasn't very creative. And I think, is it a case of Cisse is too defensive, or the fact that Mane is the only quality attacking player there? And if you're Algeria, bro, it doesn't really mean anything to you. Because for Algeria, they knew that we have taken the lead. Why do we need to try even harder? Why do we need to even try harder? As long as we've taken the lead, we're good. As long as we've taken the lead, we're good. We don't need to do anything more. We don't need to ride on through. We don't need to push the issue, because I keep reminding people, the order of the day is winning. All that matters, all that will ever matter is winning. So if that's just what it is. And I think for Senegal, this was one of their best chances to win it. I don't think they won't win the Nations Cup anytime soon. And I think for Algeria, and remember, I think they even said this is the first Afcon for this coach. I think his name is Belhanda. I think this is the first one of this coach. So I just think it's really damn good. For here, sorry, Belmadi. Oh, cool, yeah, Belmadi. So yeah, it's an amazing work that Belmadi has been able to do in his first national squad. I think this is a really good unit, and I think what Algeria should be building towards now. Then let's now build this screw, hold this team together, and let's now look and see what we can now do in the World Cup in what's that 2022, so 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, see what we can do at the 2022 World Cup. So, yeah, man, that's about it. That is the rest of the thingy for the Nations Cup. But I think people have to remind of this, man. You can't have sympathy for Senegal, man. I'm sorry. It may seem harsh, it may seem wrong, but you can't have sympathy for them, because you've got to play better. They didn't play well enough. I don't care about how many chances they had and everything. The way I view football differently from people. I don't look at it view stats, and the way Senegal were playing, I was like, these guys are not scoring. These guys ain't scoring. And if you're Algeria and you know that you've locked down this team, you're like, bro, let's just while away the minutes, man. Let's just while away those minutes. So yeah, man, it is what it is. So do we have any updates on Coutinho? Now, I got told that apparently Coutinho isn't actually that the US isn't actually part of the deal. It's Coutinho that's part of the deal. So do we have any updates on Coutinho to Barcelona? And also I was reading that because I looked at Blue Lines TV, like Chelsea lost to like Kawashima or something, like a Japanese team, because Blue Lines had it on his thingy magic. So Lampard has suffered his first loss. Could it be the first of many? We don't we don't really know. Oh, Kawasaki Frontal. Damn. Okay, Frontale. That is interesting, man. That is interesting, man. That is interesting. It is interesting. That is interesting. So yeah, so look, so what are you guys up with this weekend? I mean, I think right now it is pretty much the build up to the start of the season. The end of the Copa America, Brazil being the winners, the end of the Afcon. Many people thought it was going to be Egypt and then Senegal. But the thing about Algeria is that even if this was their worst game, the best team won it. So with all being said, yeah, Senegal were the pre-tournament favorites. The best team won it. The team who had been the best all the way throughout won it. Senegal were never great at this tournament. They never played well, at this tournament. And yeah, I need to first sort out the papers. Neong is going to be a scholar. Nick Neong, I'm gonna make that guy a scholar. He is like watching him is actually aggravating. I had to actually turn away from the TV screen because I was about to just literally just punch someone in the face. Like that, like the anger, the absolute anger I had just watching this dude play. I was like, this is just complete and utter garbage, man. So that's just the thing. Whoa, hey, we got a super chat here. Got a super chat from Young One. So Young One, what's up? Thank you very much for your $5 super chats, Mr. Young One. Thank you very much. Remember, guys, the super chat is how you can help support your boy HH. Remember, I'm giving you this daily live vids so I can support your boy. So Young One says PSG should ask for 20 million more, then take the US and Crapinio. PSG should ask for 20 mil more. So 20 mil more, that is 110 plus I'd say, you know what, make it a cool 120. Make it a cool 120, then I think we've got a deal. I think 120, Us and Coutinho, got yourself a deal. Because with 120, you have two players. One, yeah, he's pretty good when he wants to be one very talented player. And with 120, you can then actually bolster up and actually buy maybe another defender, maybe another midfielder. So I think, yeah, that would be a good deal. But 90 mil, get the hell out of here. Get the flipping hell out of here. Thank you very much for that super chat there, Mr. Young One, man. So look, man, as for Nigeria, man, we just have to just, you see, like this is also because you see when I was watching Senegal, obviously Afcon, this Afcon has been obviously quite entertaining. I think Algeria has played some good stuff. But for me, the best African team of all time is still the Nigeria team from '94 to '98. That was because when you saw that team, that's what you saw dribblers, you saw skill, you saw incredible individual ability from guys, and you just don't see that here. You just don't see that here. Like the like there's no real there's basically there was no real individual who was a true superstar this AFCON. I mean, my gosh, there was nobody that could give you what a Khan would give you. Finidi George will give you. Wilson Roma will give you. And Okocha will give you. Guys who just do something crazy in the game and you go, wow, that's bloody amazing. None of that. So I just think it's a far fall from what we saw from those other from the African teams from years gone by. You know. So now, no, the Cameroon side were good. That Nigeria 94 98, that is the best African side of all time. And it's not me being biased. It is not, I please, I beg you, it is not me being biased. I'm just telling you facts. I'm just giving you straight facts that the best team of all time were those dudes. They were the best team of all time. Um, oh, I mean, are people really talking? Like, some dude is talking about corruption. Really, really corruption? Give me a break. I mean, Senegal cannot have any complaints whatsoever. You were not good enough, man. You were simply not good enough, and you have to just have to hold the L. And for me, I say Senegal deserved to lose for starting Neong. How Neong was allowed to play for what 78 minutes? It's weird because I saw it because I say why do managers do this? And sometimes see for managers, and this is why I love Mourinho. That's why I love Mourinho so much. Mourinho is the only manager who never gets close to players because Mourinho will be like, bro, if you're not playing well, I'll sub you. I'll take you out of there. You know, like you are not too good to get subbed. You know, if from your uncle you're not too good to get subbed, he will sub anybody he wants, man. Um, no, I mean no, that Egyptian side that won three in a row, they were pretty good. But the thing about them is that as good as that Egyptian side was, um, how well did they do at a World Cup? They did great in the Afcon. How well did they do at the World Cup? Nigeria were literally 2 minutes away from knocking out Italy in the '94 World Cup. '96 Olympics, they beat Brazil and Argentina. And at the '98 World Cup, they beat Spain. And they really should have beaten Denmark if they had actually prepared properly. So I think, like, when people talk about the Cameroon team and the Egypt team, see, that Cameroon team, you may say that they may be the second best team because they beat Argentina, who were defending champions I think, in the opening game of the 1990 World Cup. So those guys were pretty good, man. Um, oh no! See, Olympics, of course, they don't matter, but that it's all relative. Neymar plays for Brazil, and we're dealing with Nigeria. So for Nigeria winning an Olympic gold, that is much more of a bigger deal than Brazil winning the Olympic gold because Brazil, last I checked, they are five-time World Cup champions. Last I checked, they are actually one of the most successful football teams of all time. So I think we have to have different standards, man. Um, No, no. For me, anybody that says that, remember, guys, like this vid, man. It only takes you think. It only takes you a few seconds to like this vid. Get those likes up, man. We've got about 80 something people, guys, here. Get those likes in there. Like the vid, like the vid, like the vid, like the vid, man. Hit that like button. Um, you see, whoever wins the game deserves to win the trophy. It's pretty much as simple as that. Whoever wins the game deserves to win the flipping trophy. Like, I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Algeria got the goal, Senegal didn't score, Algeria won the game. It is of zero relevance to me of penalty calls, chances made, shots on target. That is complete and utter BS. That means nothing. That is absolutely irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's absolutely relevant. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing to me. All that matters, all that ever matters, all that will ever matter is winning. Okay? I keep saying that there are differences between winners and losers. I only ride with winners, man. I only ride with winners. Um, I keep on thinking, and just to, keep things separate. But again, remember, if you're just joining in, guys, Algeria, of course, Afcon winners, remember to drop that like, man. It only takes you a few seconds. Hit the like button, like the vid, man. So it takes you a few seconds, doesn't cost you anything, and it helps with the video. Just hit that like button. So yeah, so if you're just joining into this here live stream, Algeria, Afcon champions, first time they've ever done so in 1990, beating Nigeria, no less. They beat Nigeria onto their way. It was a scrappy goal, on goal, but at the end of the day, which is what I've been trying to explain to guys in here, all that matters is winning. That is all that matters. Nothing else, nothing else makes sense. I don't care about anything else. All that matters is flipping winning. Algeria won. I don't really give a damn how they performed. It's like, oh, they only had one shot on target. So who cares? Who's lifting up the trophy? So which would you rather be? A team that plays like utter garbage in a final that wins the trophy, or a team that plays superb and amazing that doesn't win the trophy? I like things. Okay, I like to hold on to said trophy, and that is what your boys are doing. So Algeria, those guys are gonna have a incredible homecoming. Incredible homecoming. I think for Senegal, is what I always said. I said from the start that from when I saw Senegal, I said I don't see winners here. I see a decent team, but I don't see a team that can really take the initiative to get the win. They only got to the final via an own goal. Think on it. They only got to the final via a flipping own goal. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And I think for Cisse, maybe people have to rethink and say, is Cisse the right man? It's like the team is very good defensively, good, good shape and structure, but sometimes you may need a bit more creativity and a bit more imagination when going forward, which is what I believe that they lack. You need a bit of that imagination, man. Um, Look, man, it's all's fair in love and war. That's what I say. All's fair in love and war, man. Cameroon's greatest team ends beating Nigeria's best team, bro. Stop it. It's not. Okay. Cameroon's best team is not sniffing or looking at Nigeria's best team. It's not happening, bro. Um, what does Bruce keep saying this match is rigged? That's funny, man. I actually want to induct Akpeyi, man. Look, man, Paris is going to be insane, man. Like I can't wait to see the footage of the stuff. And like literally, the police are gonna have to stay up till late in Paris. It is gonna be absolutely in flipping sane, man. In Paris, man. Um, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be absolutely crazy, man. Because they're gonna party. Those guys are gonna party, man. And yeah, man, and they deserve it, man. They deserve it, man. Like, what can I say? They deserve it, man. What can I say? They won, but I have to keep reminding people they may not have had a great final performance, but they won, and that's all that matters. Okay, but they won, and that's all that matters. Man, you know what I'm thinking? I keep on thinking, about Chelsea's striker thing. What do you think about Batshuayi being Chelsea's striker? Because I kept on overlooking it because I said, okay, Giroud, some Abraham, okay, Classy break, some young youth merchant, but I keep on forgetting that because I looked at some of the preseason and like, no, Batshuayi is there. And the thing I've always said about Batshuayi is that Batshuayi is a natural goal scorer. And with the transfer ban in there, if it's between Batshuayi, Tammy Abraham, and Giroud, I think you could roll with Batshuayi. I think that's how you've got to roll with. Baswai, Willian in the number 10, Pulisic and Hudson on either flanks. Boom. Boom. That's how it's going to be. Oh, no, that's oh, look, man. I don't, any Chelsea fan that starts saying Lampard out or anything, um, because you all wanted Lampard. You all wanted Lampard. So, but bro, look at the end of the day, based on the transfer ban, Baswai is Chelsea's best striker. I tell me that Giroud is better than Baswai. I tell me that Tammy Abraham is better than Baswai. Based on the transfer ban, he is their best striker. He is an international caliber striker, and he is a natural good goal scorer. So if he is playing as a poacher. If he's playing as a poacher, he's getting supply from Willian, he's getting supply from Pulisic, he's getting supply from Hudson Odoi. So I think that would be a good option to start with, and then obviously Giroud can always come in as a sub and for another option. But I do think that start with Batshuayi and let's just see how he does and just play to his strengths as a um, goal scorer, man. Um, let's play to his strengths with a goal scorer. It's so funny because yeah, I don't know whether you've been seeing on Twitter like my little back and forth with Kelechi, and obviously Kelechi from AFT TV. And look, and the thing is simple, man. Is like for me, I say that look, I respect what Obi Mikel has done. Of course, I respect what the guy's done, and I think he's been a great servant for the Nigerian national team. But he's not a legend. And Kelechi seems to disagree and says that he's a legend. My thing is that why is Mikel a legend? You can't call Obi Mikel a legend because he won trophies for Chelsea. So if he's that, then Arbeloa is a legend. Then Arbeloa has three. I think how many Champions League trophies does Arbeloa have? So what the hell are we saying here? So you can't call him a legend. He was an important part of that team. He wasn't a crucial part of that team. So and I really hate when people use trophies as an argument for why someone was a legend. That is such a narrow-minded view of saying how someone is a legend. How many trophies does Ray Kelme have? But I'm sorry, Ray Kelme is more of a legend than Obi Mikel because of just how amazing Riquelme was at the game of football and what he did. So I look at your impact as a player and what you did as a player rather than you being part of a great team. Simple as that. Simple as that. Um, oh, look, bro. That's maybe for another day about what could have been away with Obi Mikel, man. That's it was it was that's a, is that that's the case for another day of like what could have been for Obi Mikel because it could have been something. You know, Obi Mikel could have truly been something. He could have truly been something because people forget that he was supposed to be an attacking midfielder, and I think that is what just aggravated and pissed me off so much was I love Uncle Mo. I'll always love Uncle Mo, but how Uncle Mo changed and turned him into a defensive mid, a DM, that was sad, man. That was well and truly sad. You know, I was like, you're really turning this dude into a DM. Messed up. Absolutely messed up, man. Yeah, so the quality of African teams, because again, I think this is maybe something that needs to be talked about. Why have African teams been underperforming so much? So 2018, not a single team goes through the groups. 2014, Nigeria go through the groups. I don't think Ghana did. I think Nigeria might have been the only team that actually made it through the groups with the great Stephen Keshi, man. Um, but I think the thing is um with African teams is individual quality. You see, back in the day, Cameroon had Roger Miller, they had Samuel Eto'o, um, they had Patrick Umboma. Nigeria, Finidi George, Okocha, Amokachi, Amonike, Celestin Babayaro, Uche Okechukwu, like they had guys. So, but the fact of the matter now is that Nigeria does not have a single world class player in their squad. Not a single world class. They have a potential great talent in Chukeze, but he's young. But right now, there isn't a single world class player, and the only there only there are three world class players I believe in Africa right now: Salah, Mane, and Koulibaly. That's it. But then you look at Senegal. Oh my God, Senegal! You have two world class players, but I think the issue with Senegal is I really do feel that they may need a new manager. I think they may need a much attack-minded manager, a much more offensive manager, and a manager who gives them because right now they don't have an offensive attacking plan. Because remember, Cisse was a defender, and I think for Cisse, he doesn't really have an attacking game plan. So when you look at Senegal, they're very conservative. They're very conservative. They don't have any kind of imagination or any kind of creativity going forward. And I think as much as I want him to do well and I want him to succeed, I don't think he can really do well and succeed with the Senegalese team. Mares, yeah, Mares, yeah, I'll give him that because I think for Mares he has struggled a bit for Man City, but I still wouldn't say Mares is fully world class. I think Mares is just he's at the tip. He's at the tip. So I think Mares is just below Salah, Mane, Koulibaly. Um, but he's really good. It's really good. But I think yeah, like because remember back in the day, you had. I mean, it is. Do you know how crazy it is? George Weah is still the only African player to win the Ballon d'Or. Although Eto should have won it, there was one year that Eto should have won it. I can't remember which it was, but there was one year that I feel that Eto should have won it one year, but I don't know where. Super chat here, Mr. Ogopa. Thank you very much for your super chat. $2 super chat from Mr. Ogopa, who says, Africa United won the World Cup last year. Blame. All right. Now that's a different discussion. What if African federations were better structured? They cared more about their teams. They actually invested money, and everyone played for everyone. Like I saw a guy come on for Senegal called Sane. Imagine Leroy Sane for Senegal. Imagine if Senegal had all of their guys. Imagine if Guinea had all of their guys. Imagine if Balotelli played for Ghana. Because if that was to happen, because the amount, and I think that is the crazy thing, there is individual talent. But what is happening is a lot of these individual talents are now going to their colonial nations to develop their game because the development isn't really is not really fully functioning within the federations because again, Africa won that World Cup. Africa won the World. Africa won that flipping World Cup, and I think the world recognized it. No, 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 no. Okay, they may be for France, but Africa won the World Cup. So imagine if all of those guys really played for their African teams. Because I remember there was a Africa Europe match. I don't know what they're doing anymore. Although doing it to that will be stupid because Africa knows everyone. But back in the 90s, I think that's why they did it because Africa had so many great individual talents. So back in the 90s, there was an Africa versus Europe game, and I believe Africa won 2-1. I believe Africa won that game 2-1. But yeah, it's like literally, a lot of these individual, I mean, whether you want to look at Kante, flipping Pogba, Umtiti, so many of these guys, they're opting for France. A lot of them are opting for France. Look at Algeria. Zidane could have easily played for Algeria. Benzema could have easily played for Algeria. Imagine if this Algerian team now had Benzema as their striker. So imagine if you had a team with Benzema and Mahrez in the team. That would be crazy. That would be flipping crazy. Because although I think if Zidane played for Algeria in the 90s, he was really the only guy. But if you have Benzema now, I mean, wow. Wow. So, but yeah, I think that's the thing because Africa right now, there is nobody of JJ Okocha's level. Nobody even close to JJ Okocha's individual ability in Africa right now. Nobody. No one is even close. Like nobody has that kind of star quality of like wow, boom. There's nobody close to Okocha's skill level. No one close to Okocha's skill level, and that's the thing. Um, but yeah, again, you look at George Weah, man. I mean, I told you that if that's the reason why I like AC Milan, the reason why I fell in love with AC Milan and everything as a kid in Nigeria was when I saw George Weah because I was like, wow, this is a guy from the continent and he's been viewed as the best player in the world. And this is a guy from the continent from flipping Liberia, the poverty stricken Liberia, and he's playing for AC Milan. Wow. So just for all of us in Nigeria, we viewed Weah as like an icon. So it didn't matter whether he was like Liberian or anything, just as Nigerians and as Africans, we saw Weah and we're like, wow, man, look at what this guy is flipping doing. This guy is literally a superstar for AC Milan. When AC Milan were AC Milan, this was before clowns like flipping Abate and so forth. Um, so yeah, man, that was the thing. But since then, there really hasn't been the closest thing, the closest players to George Weah, I believe, um, Etso and Okocha. Those are the two only guys who I felt that had almost a superstar quality, were Etso and Okocha. Guys, imagine if Okocha played for Barcelona. Imagine if Okocha was at Real Madrid or Barcelona. Whew, people missed out, man. People missed out big time. So yeah, there's no super chats here from Apparent Goat One. Do you think Neymar will come back to Barcelona? Thank you very much there for the super chat that mentioned Apparent Goat One. So Apparent Goat, Neymar, I believe will be at Barcelona by the end of the summer. It's happening. It's not a question of if it happens, is when it happens. So as of right now, is what is the deal going to be? It's happening. Neymar is going to go to Barcelona. The wheels are already in motion. That's where he wants to go. Barcelona wants him, but Barcelona have to be very serious and stop acting like a bunch of pricks because they're acting like losers right now. Stop acting like losers. If you're serious about getting Neymar, bid 120, offer Coutinho and the Us. If you're not going to offer either of them, bid 160, 170, and then you get your man. You can't bid 90 million and get Neymar. That's stupid. 90 million plus whoever the hell you want to put in there, that is stupid. For Neymar, sorry. Because like Barcelona, unless either you're stupid or you're arrogant, they bought him for 222. It's already bad enough that they are selling him for a cut rate price. You want to go from 222 to 90 million? That's stupid. That is utterly stupid. But they will reach a deal. They will reach a deal. And it's going to be interesting to see them back again. It's going to be interesting to see them back again. Um, Ogopa, super chat from Ogopa, man. Thank you for the super chat, that's Mr. Ogopa, who says, Eusebio, born in Mozambique and won the Ballon d'Or. Yeah. Oh, he won the Ballon d'Or. I didn't know he won the Ballon d'Or. Oh, interesting. But yeah, I knew that he was born in Mozambique, and a lot of Portuguese people still view Eusebio as the greatest Portuguese player of all time. Like I think they asked Figo, and Figo said, "Okay, so who was your biggest icon?" I said, "No, it's Eusebio." So even though people say, "Oh, Cristiano," people say, "No, Eusebio is still, he's still revered back in Portugal and so forth." But yeah, man, look, it's like I said again, Africa. I may never see an African team win a World Cup in my lifetime. You know, I may never see that happen in my lifetime because let's. So if Ghana had beaten Uruguay, they wouldn't have beaten Holland in that semi. You know, if Nigeria had beaten Italy, they wouldn't have beaten Brazil in that final. Um, and I just feel that the difference in quality between the African sides and the South American and European sides, it's too vast. And look at the strides that Japan are making. Japan are making huge strides, and I think that Japan come to the next World Cup will be very good because their young team that they took to the Copa America were really good because that's the team that they're using to train for the Olympics next year. So Japan, come the next World Cup, are going to be really good because they were very unlucky against Belgium. They were really unlucky against Belgium. Um, so that was the deal there. No, as of right now, no. Ballon d'Or is going to Van Dijk. I think yeah, basically Van Dijk has a Ballon d'Or right now. It's pretty much a done deal. It'll be stupid to give it. Why would you give it to a Messi? So I see people use the Messi arguments. People use the Messi arguments by saying, "Oh my gosh, look at his numbers and everything." What did those numbers do? What do those numbers do? Yes, he performed well, and yes, people say it should go to the best performing player. But I think it has to go a little bit hand in hand because I think it's based on, and also as well because look, people say, okay, look, you should just look at it in an isolated way. No one cares. You've done this before, Messi, many times. Well done. You're part of the stats. We get it. Which is why I say, like, for Messi right now, it's like I feel that he's now hit a brick wall because okay, you've won the Champions League with Barcelona. Okay, if you win it again, yeah, you've won it. You've won the La Liga many times. Okay, if you now win another trophy, would be crazy. Messi, for his legacy to crystallize his legacy, he does need to win with Argentina. He needs to win with Argentina. I'm sorry, that's such thing. He needs to win it with Argentina. If he doesn't, then he's doing nothing new by winning anything more. He's just adding to the stats and everything. You need those great moments. That's the thing. Young one with the super chat there. So Young one says Cristiano winning, no arguments needed. HH. Why? If Cristiano wins, what happen? I mean, what is the arguments for Cristiano winning the Ballon d'Or? I don't get it. You won the Serie A with Juventus. They won it 7 times consecutively before you got there. You had one truly great game in the Champions League with that hat trick against Atletico, but you got knocked out by Ajax. So, how strong is your argument? Van Dijk as a defender pretty much changed Liverpool. Their defense, their clean sheets, and so forth was all down to what Van Dijk did. Van Dijk had a greater effect on his team than I believe Messi. I'm thinking because Van Dijk's effects on the team led them to second with 97 points and the Champions flipping league. Sorry, the Champions League. So that's what he led them to. So is there what was the stronger arguments for either Cristiano or Messi? Because if you don't give it to them, then this is what I knew was. It was always a popularity contest. The brick door is coming. The brick door is on its way. I'm working on a few things and everything. The brick door is coming. And bro, you see, Morata and Alonso, basically Morata, Alonso, and Ashley Young were really fighting for it. I think we have a late entry in Young. I think we have a late entry in Young getting in there for the break door. Um, so yeah, from Agopa, super chat from Agopa, who says if Messi wins, World War Three starts. Champions League favorites. Wow. Well, if it's World War Three, then I'm heading to Mars. Champions League favorites. As of right now, if you were to tell me right now, it would be between I'd say Liverpool, Barcelona, Real Madrid. PSG, I'm never putting them in there. I think Barcelona, because as long as Messi's there, they're always in there. But I think for me, the strong favorites right now are Liverpool. Real Madrid need another player. Real need another player. Barcelona needs someone more than Griezmann. So I'm no Liverpool, Juventus. Liverpool, Juventus. Juventus have bought very well. They have bought very well. Rabiot, Ramsey, Delite. If they can get either Pogba or Neymar, then I think you're looking at both Juventus and Liverpool. But I think for Liverpool, they have to buy someone. They cannot go into a new season not buying anyone. And I really like the concept of the Oos in that Liverpool team. I really like the concept of Liverpool of the Oos in that Liverpool team because I think Klopp could really improve him. Does Valverde? So I mean, let's just keep it real. People say, "Oh, Us is overrated and everything." You know that he's young. Is Valverde known for improving players? I don't think he is. The Us is a guy with ridiculous talent who needs to improve. He needs someone to coach him. He needs someone to make him better. Klopp is the perfect coach to make him better. See, like if the Us went to either Man City or Liverpool, you would definitely say a world class player. You would say a world class player. May I remind you, he's ambidextrous. Right foot, left foot, great at crossing, superb dribbler, great football brain, and a great shot on him. And he can shoot from the right or from the left. Need I remind you? Need I remind you? You know? So people just need to keep it real, man. So, but yeah, for me, and I said again, Liverpool, Man City are going to win that league again, man. I know Liverpool. I think that's going to be their priority. I think Liverpool, they want that Premier League title, but as long as Pep is there with that money, he'll keep on winning. But Pep, I'm warning you right now, you can't keep going through. So it's been what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 years gone without winning the Champions League. 25? Wait, three. No, no, six. 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 Because, yeah. Six. Sorry, six because he's been at Man City for 3 years. 6 years. 6 years without winning the CL. 6 years. Yo, James, shout out to our mod, man. Shout out to 8 years. What do you mean by 8 years? Has it been 8 years? He took a sabbatical, didn't he? He took a sabbatical. Oh yeah, he took a sabbatical. 8 years. All right, yeah. But you know what I say? 6 years of active management. So he's gone 6 seasons as being an active manager without actually getting that CL. So 6 years of active management without getting that CL. Ogopas, who says Barca has the same backline that was bro, Ogopa, I say that look, man, PK is trash. People didn't want to listen to me. If they show up with PK next season, they're gonna screw up another 4-0, 5-0 lead. Trust me. But look, as I always say, look, man, I'm happy for. See, I love Klopp as a coach, man. I love Klopp as a coach. For me, Klopp gave me one of my favorite club teams of all time. Like that's Dortmund side, one of my favorite club sides of all time. And I just think like, see, if I was a player, I would love to play for Klopp. Just he has a great personality. His footballing philosophy is great. I wouldn't like the running though. The only thing I wouldn't like is the running because I don't like to run so much. But I just think his whole thing of being positive, running, really pushing ahead. I just think it's great, and I think people always held that whole thing against it that okay, you not won any trophies, you not won the Champions League, blah 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 blah. But then it's like him now securing that Champions League. I think, as I said, like see as of right now, if I ranking managers right now actively, I still think Uncle Mo is the goat. Actively, who would be number one? Because it's between Klopp and Pep. Who would be number one? Do you know? I think I may put Klopp over Pep. Now, Pep is an amazing coach, and winning three trophies is bloody amazing. Let's keep it real. Winning three trophies is bloody amazing. That is flipping insane. Let's nobody put that away from you. Winning three trophies is flipping amazing, and that's just flipping insane. But as of right now, do you know how I do it? Who has spent more overall? Because yeah, Klopp. So what's it? So Allison and Van Dijk. That was what together a hundred mil, 150 mil for Allison and what's his face for okay. So for Allison and Van Dijk, how much was that? I think that was 150 or something. So, but I think overall, when you look at how much Pep has spent and how much Klopp has spent, how much Pep has spent has totally dwarfed what Klopp has spent. So, and the reason and how I do it by that is Klopp has done more with less. That's why Klopp has done more with less. So the fact of the matter is that he's spent a lot less than Pep and finished second, 97 points, and won the Champions League, beating Barcelona en route. For Pep, say what you want, you lost to Tottenham, man. Because say VAR, this and that. Yes, you won three domestic trophies, but you lost to Tottenham. And think about I'm not being hard on Pep. Pep is an amazing manager. He is a flipping amazing coach. Anybody that denies that is being stupid. He's an amazing coach. But you've spent a lot of money. And what I always say is that if let's say I'm one of the city owners, you can't spend billions of my cash and not give me a Champions League trophy. Get the hell out of here. Thank you for the Premier League trophy. Thank you. Thank you for the Carabao Cup. Thank you for the FA Cup. Where's my Champions League trophy? You have to. All right, guys. I need to wake up early tomorrow morning because I'll be in the office tomorrow morning. But you guys said it. I will be back here again tomorrow, 10 p.m. Remember, the Hangouts is rolling in on Sunday, 11 p.m. But we will be doing this thing nightly, man, nightly. So Saturday, I'll see you guys here. Remember, every night from 10 p.m., 10 p.m. BST, 10 p.m. Stay good, stay healthy, stay real, stay safe. Peace out, stay true, and well done to Algeria.